Well, looks like our last reservation finally decided to brave the rain. Good evening. Welcome to the Moon Whisk Cafe. Please, don't worry about the rain. If anything, I think it makes this place feel even cozier. Come in, come in. You're perfectly on time.
I had a feeling you ought to be over here. You always manage to greet people before I even get a chance. Welcome. It's really nice to have you here. I'm glad you didn't let the weather convince you to stay home. Personally, I think rainy evenings deserve to be enjoyed somewhere warm. Preferably with good food, better company, and a dessert that's probably a little too pretty to eat. Though, I suppose that's for you to decide. May I take your coat? Thank you. Don't worry about drying it. We'll hang it near the fireplace. It'll be warm again before you're ready to leave.
And while he takes care of that, allow me. Right this way. I promise this is the best table in the cafe. Not because it's the closest to the fireplace, although that certainly helps. And not because it has the nicest view of the rain outside, though I think you'll agree it does. It's my favorite because this corner somehow always feels private. The rest of the cafe keeps moving and people laugh, cups clink together and the piano keeps playing. And somehow this little table feels like the world decided to slow down just enough for whoever's sitting here. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. Take your time. There's no rush tonight. Perfect. One sec.
Before I hang this up, may I? There. Now, much better. I'd hate for your favorite coat to end the evening wrinkled because we weren't paying attention. It's beautiful tonight, isn't it? The owner actually designed this side of the cafe around rainy evenings. Most people assume these windows are just for decoration. They aren't. They're meant for people who like watching storms with a warm drink in their hands. It's surprisingly therapeutic. I catch myself doing it after closing all the time.
He's underselling himself. Half the staff has caught him standing by those windows with a cup of tea, just thinking.
Thinking is healthy.
Standing there for 20 minutes pretending you're checking the weather is less convincing. Sorry, you'll have to forgive us. We've worked together long enough that conversations tend to wander. Occupational hazard.
It also means one of us usually remembers what the other forgets. Speaking of... warm towel. Almost forgot. Here. One of our little traditions. Rain always leaves people's hands cold. Something warm makes the evening start on the right note. Take your time. There's something oddly comforting about warm hands before the first sip of tea. Better? Good. That's what we like to hear.
Now, before we even hand you the menu, can I ask you something? When you decided to come here tonight, were you hoping for something sweet or something comforting? And remember, there's no wrong answer. It's just that, well, we tend to recommend things based on moods rather than recipes. Sometimes people think they want coffee. Then they tell us about their day and realize what they really needed was hot chocolate. Sometimes they order cake and then spend 2 hours talking instead of eating. Food has a funny way of following emotions. Comforting. I see. I thought you might say that. There's a certain look people have when they're searching for comfort instead of excitement. Not a sad look, just a tired one, like they've spent the entire day taking care of everything themselves.
Which means our recommendations become very easy. 1 honey cinnamon tea, 1 house hot chocolate, and then the difficult part, dessert. Because our pastry chef refuses to make choosing easy. She says life is too short for our only one favorite dessert. Personally, I think she's just trying to sell more cake.
She's probably right. Though, if it were me, I'd recommend the strawberry shortcake. Not because it's most popular, actually, because it isn't. Most people overlook it. They go straight to the chocolate mousse or the tiramisu and the cheesecakes. Meanwhile, This little strawberry shortcake quietly sits in the display waiting for someone to notice it. Every time I serve it, people end up smiling after their first bite. I think it's because it doesn't try too hard. It just does exactly what it's supposed to do. Sometimes, simple things become memorable. There it is. That look. I knew you'd notice it eventually.
He has this uncanny ability to predict dessert choices. Don't ask me how. Last week, he guessed someone's birthday simply because they hesitated between two macarons. Still haven't figured that one out.
Lucky guess, mostly. Would you like a few minutes with the menu, or would you trust us? Because if you're willing, I'd love to build an evening around your mood instead of around the menu. No pressure, just let us surprise you a little. After all, it's not every evening we get someone who makes the cafe feel a little brighter just by walking through the door. We'll take that as a yes. Good choice. Actually, thank you for trusting us, little mouse. It's funny, people usually spend so much time worrying about the right choice when they forget eating out is supposed to be relaxing. Around here, we like taking a little of that pressure away. We build you something warm, something sweet, and hopefully something that convinces you to stay just a little longer than you planned. Of course, we don't intend entrapping you here. Although I will admit, this cafe has a habit of making people lose track of time.
It's the piano. Or maybe it's the rain. Actually, I think it's him. He starts talking to people, and before anyone realizes it, they've somehow told him about their favorite childhood dessert, their dream vacation, and whether they think cats secretly judge humans.
For the record, they absolutely do. You don't believe me? Well, watch. Come here. Hi, come here. Come here. See? Judged.
That was definitely judgment. We'll be right back, and don't worry, you're in very good hands tonight. You know, she has kind eyes.
She does.
Looks like she's finally starting to relax too. When she walked in, she looked like she was carrying the entire week on her shoulders.
She's breathing differently now. Did you notice?
You notice everything.
Well, it's my job after all. People come here for more than food. Sometimes, they just want somewhere to exhale.
Careful. Hot tea coming through. There we are. Honey cinnamon. Take a second before drinking it. The mug's warm. And I have a feeling your hands could use that first. Go ahead. Wrap both your hands around it. That's it. Feels nice, doesn't it? I don't know why. Warm mugs are just so comforting. Maybe because they force us to slow down.
Or maybe because they're impossible to rush. You can't gulp good tea. It insists you enjoy it one sip at a time. And your hot chocolate. Now, before you ask, yes, the whipped cream is intentionally ridiculous. That's one of our signatures. The owner says if someone smiles before they even taste it, then we've already done half our job. I'd like to think she's right.
1 second. May I? There. Much better. I noticed you were reaching across yourself. Tiny things like that matter. At least, they do to us.
We probably pay attention to the little details more than most people. Occupational hazard again. Or maybe we just like making people feel looked after. For example, you keep looking toward the fireplace every few minutes. Not because you're distracted, but because you're a little cold. Wait here, princess. I'll be right back.
It'll be about 30 seconds. Wanna know what he's doing? He's pretending he forgot something. He didn't. He noticed a blanket basket near the entrance. Now he's convincing himself bringing you one won't seem too forward. He's thoughtful like that. Sometimes almost painfully so. He likes taking care of people. But he never wants anyone to feel overwhelmed by it. Ah, see? I told you.
He's impossible. Here, only if you're comfortable with it. The fireplace keeps this side of the room warm, but the windows let just enough cool air in that people usually end up wishing they had one after a while. May I? Thank you. Lift your arm just a little. Perfect. There. Around your shoulders. Just enough to keep you warm without getting in the way of your drink. Are you comfortable? Good. I was hoping you'd say that.
There it is.
What?
She smiled. That smile wasn't here 5 minutes ago. Mission accomplished.
Well, we're only getting started.
Well? Don't tell us. Wait, actually. Tell us immediately. I'm terrible with suspense. Ah, there it is. That's the face every single time. I never get tired of seeing that expression after someone tastes it for the first time. It's always the same little widening of eyes, followed by that tiny look that says, okay, I understand now.
She likes it. I told you she'd like it.
You tell yourself that every time. To be fair, you're usually right.
Oh, may I? You've got the smallest bit right there. Much better. I'd hate for all that carefully made whipped cream to start decorating your nose instead. Although, I suppose it would have been a little cute.
His ears twitched.
They did not.
They absolutely did. She smiled at you and your ears twitched.
They're just adjusting.
Adjusting?
To the humidity, it's raining.
Humidity, of course. Forgive him. Catboys have many talents. Making believable excuses is not one of them. There we go. Much better. Honestly, that's becoming my favorite sound tonight. People always think restaurants are about the food. They're not. They're about moments like that. The food just gives everyone an excuse to sit still long enough for those moments to happen.
Exactly. Good service isn't about memorizing a menu. It's noticing when someone finally starts enjoying themselves. That's the part we remember.
You know, I think we were right. You definitely needed the strawberry shortcake. Look at you. You walked in looking like you spent the entire week carrying the world around you. And now, you're smiling at cake. I'd call that a successful evening.
I'd say we did our job. Though, I have one tiny complaint. You finished the dessert too quickly, sweetheart. Our pastry chef is going to assume you didn't savor it enough.
Or, she enjoyed it so much she forgot to slow down. Personally, I like that explanation better. There it is again. You know, I don't think we've seen you stop smiling for the last 10 minutes. That's a much nicer expression than the one you walked in wearing. Not that there was anything wrong with it. Everyone has long days. But it's nice knowing this place helped make yours just a little brighter.
Would you mind waiting just one moment before you leave? We have a little tradition. Nothing dramatic, just something we like to do for our guests who make our evening memorable. This is for tomorrow. Don't open it until then. Trust me, everything tastes a little sweeter when you forget you had something to look forward to. Consider it a thank you for spending part of your evening with us.
And before you ask, yes, it's complimentary. No, we won't let you pay for it. We've already decided. Sometimes kindness is just kindness.
Looks like the weather's finally calming down. Still, I'd rather not send our favorite guest out in the rain completely unprepared. 1 second. There we are. I insist. It'll keep you dry until your car. Or until you disappear around the corner, whichever comes first.
I'll grab your coat. There. Warm, dry. Exactly how we promised. Perfect. Now, you officially look ready to face the world again. You know, I really hope tonight wasn't just a one-time visit. People always think cafes are about coffee. They're not. They're about finding a place that starts feeling familiar. A place where someone remembers your favorite drink before you even ask. I'd like to think we could become that place for you.
I think we'd like that very much. And next time, I won't even ask what you're ordering. I'll already have that hot chocolate started.
Which means I'll already have your dessert waiting. See, we're efficient. There it is again. He's blushing.
I noticed. But let's pretend we didn't. Wouldn't want to embarrass her. Thank you for trusting us with part of your evening. Safe travels, and remember, our doors are always open, even on the rainiest nights.
Especially on the rainiest nights. Those happen to be our favorite. Don't forget your pastry.
And don't make us wait too long before your next visit. We'll start wondering where our favorite guest disappeared to.
Think she'll come back?
I have a feeling this won't be the last time we see her.